Welcome dear student in Pharmaceutical Chemistry 2. Today we are going to deal with antibiotics. This is part 2. Myself Urmila Ravindra Gaudi, MPharm in Quality Assurance and lecturer in KK Institute of Pharmacy, Sandori, Nasik. Learning outcomes. After listening, student will able to understand the chemistry of beta-lactam antibiotics, to classify penicillin in different ways, to understand the chemistry of penicillin, to name an antibiotic drug according to IUPAC system, to recognize the different antibiotics on the basis of structure, physical property, uses and official preparation. Now let's start with beta-lactam antibiotics. Beta-lactam antibiotics. Due to the presence of highly strained beta-lactam ring is benzyl penicillin. It is degraded rapidly in strong acidic and basic medium. It is also inactivated by enzyme penicillinase, beta-lactamase and acylase, secreted by various bacteria. As it is inactivated by gastric juice, it should be administered orally with antacid or strong buffers. When taken orally, it is poorly absorbed. Hence, about 5 times more oral dose is required than given by injection. Sodium and potassium salts are water soluble and are given parenterally, but potassium salt preferred to sodium salt when patient is suffering from congestive heart failure. It is eliminated rapidly from the body and hence it has to be given injection several times. Hence, repository forms are used to prolong the duration. For example, its suspension in vegetative oil or decrease its solubility by preparing its derivative like procaine penicillin and benzathine penicillin. Thus, structural modification in benzyl penicillin are done in order to develop acid-resistance penicillin, for example, phenoxymethyl penicillin, ampicillin and cloxacillin. Penicillinase resistance penicillin, for example, cloxacillin, and broad-spectrum penicillin, for example, ampicillin and carbanicillin. Now, basic structure of penicillin. This is the basic structure of penicillin. Depending upon this R group, the penicillin are divided into different penicillin group. For example, benzyl penicillin. R is substituted by benzyl group. Ampicillin, in which R is substituted by alpha amino benzyl group. Then phenoxymethyl penicillin, in which R is substituted by phenoxymethyl, and carbanicillin, in which R is substituted by alpha carboxybenzyl. The first semisynthetic penicillin introduced was phenoxymethyl penicillin, in which benzyl penicillin is replaced by phenoxymethyl penicillin benzyl group, which shows improved acid resistant and have better oral absorption. Good resistant to inactivation by acid with improved spectrum of antibacterial activity is observed when electron withdrawal group or polar group or ionizable group were administered at alpha carbon atom of benzyl group, for example, amino group as in ampicillin and carboxy group as in carbanicillin. In ampicillin, alpha amino group is actually electron donating group, but at physiological pH it gets protonated to give ammonium ion, which act as electron withdrawing group. The electron withdrawing group prevent attack of side chain carbonyl oxygen towards beta-lactam carbonyl carbon. This prevent opening of beta-lactam ring, thus stability towards acid is increases. Similarly, acid resistance and penicillinase resistance penicillin can be obtained by replacing benzyl group by bulkier group like substituted isoxazolyl heterocyclic. For example, cloxacillin. The presence of bulkier group produces steric hindrance and beta-lactam ring is protected from the attack of enzyme penicillinase and thus prevent its hydrolysis. Now, chemistry of penicillin. Penicillin contains beta-lactam ring. A 4-membered cyclic amide is fused with thiazolidine ring, so that nitrogen atom and adjacent carbon atom are common to both the ring. This gives bicyclic heterocyclic ring system called PENA. This is the 4-membered cyclic amide ring, that means beta-lactam ring, which is fused with thiazolidine ring to form this PENAM ring, which is a bicyclic heterocyclic system. The fused ring beta-lactam and thiazolidine are not in one plane but are folded along C5 to Cn axis. Both hydrogen atom at C5 and C6 are alpha oriented, means cis transition. Then COOH group. Carboxylic group at C3 is alpha oriented and thus C3 atom has D configuration. Amide function at C6 is beta oriented, thus C6 carbon atom has L configuration. The side chain at C6 position is in benzyl penicillin is 2-phenyl acetamido group. In phenoxymethyl penicillin it is 2-phenoxyacetamido. And in ampicillin it is 2-amino 2-phenyl acetamido group. The absolute stereochemistry of penicillin is 3s, 5r, 6r. Thank you dear student for attending the session. Thank you.